So now that the machine is home and we are ready to work on the programs, we have to pull up the Biesse software, which is going to be located right here. That's our visual software where we import our programs and then run them from here. So first, before we run any programs, we have to import one. Importing the program is done from the import icon right here. Now we have to specify where our program is, and we are looking for the DXF file formats. Has to be DXF. If I scroll right here, we can see that our program right now is sitting in a local disk J under the folder New Jobs, and then under the folder Rover K. Inside the Rover K, we can find our programs.
Very good.
So we are importing this one right now by selecting it and then clicking the import. Now we can see the program right here. This one here, rectangle, is representing the piece that we have to cut. The outer one represents the size of the sheet that we are using,
Which usually is 30 by 140?
depending on what.
Usually, but not always.
So first step we have to do, right now we have them as lines, and we want them to join into the two separate objects. So we have to select everything by holding the click button, dragging over everything, and then...
So that was a right mouse click?
Yes.
Okay.
Left, sorry.
Or left?
Left. Then right mouse click, and then we can go for the join option right here. If I click that, and then I go right here and I hit OK.
That's joining all the lines.
Join all the lines that are connected. So right now I ended up with
so it was
two
smart
objects.
enough to know to outside, inside.
Yeah.
Could have we done the same thing over here by selecting the lines, holding the shift key, select the other one?
Yes.
Okay.
So now we have two objects.
Yep.
If I am to select them again, or I can just select them from here by holding the shift key, and then I can go right click again. This time I'm going piece from finished geometry. This is going to create a sheet. So out of my outer object, it created a sheet. What was this? So now we have a sheet in these dimensions. The dimensions that were specified by the object that we had imported.
Okay.
Thing we have to do is we have to double click on the piece size and change the thickness to match our material.
And this is 1/2 inch,
So 1/2 inch.
which is 12.7 millimeters. Okay.
And we can hit OK. Now once we have our sheet in the correct size dimension right here, we can proceed with assigning the milling operation to this rectangle right here. So by selecting the rectangle, going for the machining operations right here, and then choosing the milling operation right here, it is going to allow us to apply the milling tool on this specific tool pad. So if once I have selected my milling, it is going to open me a new window on the right side. So now I have a whole new window right here. Here I'm going to choose first my tool that is going to do this operation. By clicking on it, choosing the tool that I want to use. In this case I will use the 9mm tool that I installed. The tool is going to show right here. Then on the right side of the screen we have to choose what kind of correction we want to apply to this tool. Are we cutting outside of this tool path or we are cutting inside of this tool pad. Depending if we are to cut a sink, we want the inside correction.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if we want to cut out this specific part, we will use the external correction. Then we have to apply the starting point of the tool. That is going to be this button right here. By clicking that button and then choosing anywhere on this object with my mouse, I can click here, I can click here. Wherever I click, that is going to be my starting position for the tool.
Is it better to start on a straight edge?
Always.
Always, okay.
So I'm clicking here on the straight edge. I can see the arrow showed up. This arrow is representing the starting position and the direction the tool is going to cut. In this case, we want our tool to cut in left direction. And we have to change that by going back to the right screen and using the reverse travel icon.
Now why do we want to cut in the left?
We always want to attack the material with the tool. Our tool is doing the right, is rotating in the right side, clockwise.
Yeah.
So we want to attack the material.
And it's always rotating clockwise because of the tooling.
Depending on the tool. Some tools are rotating anti-clockwise, but 90% of the tools are clockwise.
Clockwise, okay.
So by changing the reverse travel, we can now see that the arrow changed the direction to the left. Next, we have to specify the depth of the cut. Since we want to cut this one all the way through, we are going to specify through operation that is going to cut exactly at the depth of the thickness of the material.
Which is 12.7.
And then once this through operation is selected, whatever depth we set, that's going to be how much deeper is going to go then over the actual thickness of the material.
Into our bed, okay.
So we want to use 0.2 millimeters.
That's always a good number for all tools, or?
For all tools, always going
okay.
to 0.2 millimeters through the material.
Okay.
To make sure you cut that material through perfectly. Next thing, we have to specify lead in and lead out. This is going to determine how the tool is going to go inside the material. So if I change my view up here, I can change the way I'm looking at my sheet. If I change it to the 3D view, I can see now my tool is going to start from here, and if I change my lead in on the right side of the screen to something like a 3D line, which is something you will use most often with this material.
That's the most popular 3D line.
So by selecting 3D line and then setting the angle to 45, always going to be 45.
Okay, so it's coming in at a 45 degree.
I can hit calculate to see my changes. Now I can see green arrows representing my lead in, 45 degree lead in. So my tool is going to start from here. I'm speaking about the tip of the tool. Starting from here, going 45 degree inside the material, cutting around, following the orange pad all the way to the same spot where it entered, and then it's going to exit by 45 degree again.
Okay.
Now, because we are cutting the Korean material, we want to add one more step, which is going to be on the right side of the screen, vertical step dot. This is going to specify how many steps this tool is going to take until it reaches the certain depth.
So rather than cutting the full thing in one shot, we're going to cut it in halves.
Correct.
Steps, okay.
We want to do that because with the Korean material, you always want to be gentle, and you want to always have some
brittleness of it.
More vertical steps. For this type of the material and job, I will start with 3 steps.
3 steps for a half inch.
If I am to calculate now I can see my tool has 3 lead-ins, which means it's going to enter 3 times, it's going to exit 3 times, and it's going to run around our object 3 times at 3 different depths.
I see. So it comes out each time and then goes back in gently. Okay.
Right. This means that our program is now ready. So once I'm happy with my result, I can hit OK. That is going to create my milling operation right here. And the next step I have to do, I have to hit check executability. This is going to tell me if all my data in the program is okay, if the machine is okay with running this type of the program.
So it's like a check on the program.
Yes.
Software check, I guess. Not really a software check, but a
It's checking
path check?
it's checking if my program it can be executed on the machine.
Okay.
So when I click it, if this check mark becomes green, everything is okay. If something is not okay, I'm going to get an error message, red error message right here in the
And then
bottom.
from there, we hopefully can.
It's going to tell you what
Make a
exactly is the
change.
error. It's going to tell you maybe this tool cannot do 3 vertical steps.
Okay.
Set to 2.
Yeah.
So if I am to check my executability, I can see it's green check mark means my program is okay.
Yeah.
From there, I can send my program to the work list. By clicking the work list button, it's prompting me to save the program. So I want to save it.
Save it.
Under my name, I can say anything, test 555, whatever you want, whatever your program name is.
And they always end with a .b?
.b solid always.
.b, okay.
Because right now,
Oh, .b solid?
yes,
Okay.
we have,
And there's no space there, is there?
no,
Okay.
in the name, no.
I mean, no space in that.
No.
Okay, extension.
So what happened, we imported the XF file and now we are saving it as a B solid file, something that our machine can read.
And we're always saving it in the B solid folder?
That'll open automatically.
Okay.
Yes, it's
Okay.
automatically open. So hitting save, now our program is transferred to the work list. And now we can go in the main menu up here, open the work list, and we can see our program sitting right here. Every
So we
time,
could pre-save these and have them ready to go.
correct. Now from here, we can run this program on the machine, which is going to be in the next video.
Okay, great.
Newest programs are always on the bottom.
Yes.
Okay.